What's up, AfterBuzzers? This is the Shades of Blue Season 3, Episode 10 series finale. After show, we're going to be talking about so much tonight. Cole being a no-show, Waz working things out, Harley facing her truth. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey.
They got me.
Hey.
I don't know, maybe it's
Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Now it's Wakanda. No, is it Bronx? Wakanda? I think it's like Bronx.
Not Bronx.
Wakanda.
This
is like locked up.
Locked up.
Okay. So if you're listening to us on iTunes right now, we're doing weird things with our hands. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. Welcome back to the Shades of Blue After Show. This is Season 3, Episode 10. It's the series finale. Oh my goodness.
It's a lot.
As always, I'm Felicia Michelle, and sitting to my left is...
I'm Jazzy. Thanks for watching.
Hey everybody, I'm Monique Loveless. Thank you for tuning in with us.
And I'm Taquaila. Welcome.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So many things. But first, what are your overall thoughts on this final episode? I'm going to keep saying that off.
The last episode. So... honestly, I'm really content with it. I like it, but I do feel Taquaila last week when she said that it needed to be 2 hours. When I was watching it, I was like, there was more to it that I wanted. I wanted to hear more of a story. I wanted to hear what happened with Tess. I wanted to hear why did Cole not show up and where did he go? You know, so there was a lot of things that I'm like, okay, now I can see why it should have been 2 hours, but I was not upset with the outcome at all.
How'd you guys feel about it?
You want to go last? I feel like
She should go last.
I feel Taquaila on the whole other side of the table.
I've been doing it all season. I'm going to keep it brief, I promise. Go ahead, Mo.
I'm honestly, the way they wrapped it up, I'm glad it's over. But I mean, it was disappointing. The finale was disappointing, honestly.
Aww.
My feelings are locked up. And I'm going to let them out during this episode. So just stay tuned and listen. Like, yeah.
Get it. Your feelings, all you say is it's too many feelings. I feel
said they're
too
locked
much.
up. You know, it's going to be a problem. It's the series finale. There's not much that can happen about them, but I'm going to express them. So we'll get into it.
She is her foot shaking, y'all, on the table. Y'all
I'm
can't
all
see.
neck wobbling. I have
to piggyback on that. I actually do have one disappointment. And I don't think I need to announce it because y'all know what it is.
Not yet.
But I'm going to announce it because I'm a little bothered why, something didn't happen.
Oh, I thought okay. I got
Girl,
you.
I got all the things in this whole series, that's what you was waiting on?
Yes.
for her to give up the yams?
Yams.
The yams.
If you don't know what yams are, you should Google it.
I was so upset,
Google it with the Urban Dictionary.
We'll get into that later.
In a second. Oh my gosh. So let's start off. You were talking about Tess. So we saw Tess doing what we thought was some covert going against the group. I was pissed off when I initially saw that. But then we saw her actually, this was a whole part of the plan. Did you believe when you saw Tess do that the first time, like take the money, did you, or let Enrique go? Did you think that she was working with the other side?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
Damn, y'all had no faith in her?
No.
My mouth dropped.
Yeah,
I was the only one the only one who said she wasn't going to take the money. So I was like,
you're the only one. When
my
I was
God.
watching it, I was like, I knew it.
See, I was
I thought
still
about
like,
all of y'all too.
I was still like, oh my God, Tess turned.
No,
and then I
knew
thought
it.
about, well, she needed that money, and I'm not mad. I'm not going to lose my home over my team. I'm sorry. I got kids too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I'm one of these people who I really believed in Waz. Like, he could have convinced me of anything. I would have been like, yes, no, I'm not taking your money. I am not taking that. I'll lose my home because I can go live with Waz. Like, no.
True.
Like, I don't know. My mouth dropped in that moment because I was literally the only one who said she wasn't going to take it.
I knew she was going to take it. I was like, I'm not surprised at all of her
But
actions.
she did it with a reason and
Yes.
a cause.
Yeah, I love that though.
And the turnaround was nice.
The whole, like, how Waz is, like, seriously amazing. But how he, like, turned that whole thing around. When I saw her do that, I was like, you dirty. You know, y'all need to hear the words come out of my mouth. But I was like, I couldn't believe it. And then I was like, as I'm watching, I'm like, I still can't believe she did that. And then to find out, like, ooh, really it's a part of a larger scheme was like, this is that classic Shades moment where we think that one thing's going this way, but actually there's going to be like a U-turn, skirt, pop to the side. I couldn't believe it. But Enrique was like, said something about Tess I thought was really interesting about her character. He was like, he's like, I see you. You're a beautiful woman, and you have a nice body, and I'm sure that you're used to all this attention, having everything. And I was like, damn, like maybe it's really hard for her now that she doesn't have much, like being divorced and like about to lose her home and everything. And she probably was the it John, like the it girl popping, and now she's at this point. And even at her lowest point, though, she didn't turn her back on her team. So I'm happy that they restored our faith in Tess.
Yeah.
Right,
that loyalty is strong.
There was no reason for her not to continue to be loyal when she's the one who crossed the blue shield. Like,
girl, there was 175,000 reasons
No,
for her.
There was a huge reason. There was a huge reason.
Not if you're going to risk your life. I'm saying, as far as her now trying to not be loyal after risking your life, after going against all the people, because she was the one who hit the blue wall and turned around and put the officer out of his car with her gun and everything. There's no point in doing all that if you're going to just turn because you need your house saved. Like, Waz is their everything. So even if she needed her house saved, he already knew, and you knew he knew. Like, I believe she knew he knew. Because he's like a dad. He was more like a dad to the team than anything. So if she did all that already, there's no reason to turn around and say, well, I'm going to just throw everything away and I'm going to put my trust in this man that we couldn't trust in the first place, that I put my life on the line for my team for anyway. Like, no, I just... My mouth dropped in that moment, but I just knew there had to be some faith.
I was still scared. I thought she still had turned, especially when Waz was on that tree when she got that bag of money. He was like, so did you get, or I forgot the exact words verbatim, but he was like, essentially, did you get what they paid you for? Or did you get
what
paid?
You wanted? Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, he about to go in on her. And then that car ride was very suspect. It was quiet. Like she didn't know what to say or how to feel. And I'm like, please don't kill Tess. I mean, hurt her, but don't kill her because she, betrayed them. But then you see the conversation opens up and it was all part of their plan. So then I was like, ooh, okay, I'm glad they found a way to work that out. She still got her money, saved their house, and they're still one team.
Yeah.
That's funny because they got us with the whole focusing on the gun in the glove compartment. I'm not the glove compartment, rather the drink holder. And I'm like, who keeps a gun in a cup holder? No offense. I mean, I don't have a gun, but I feel like I wouldn't keep it in a cup holder while I'm driving.
I wouldn't.
Well, I've seen it in a cup holder.
You know some gangsters, okay.
Mo hang with the gangsters. How she knew about the cartel?
I don't. No, I don't. I try to change my life, but I am from the hood, so you see certain things.
Yeah, I got you.
So speaking of someone who's not reliable and who didn't give up any yams, who didn't get no yams, Cole, you exhaling deeply. Is this because Cole was a no-show because he didn't show up for Harley?
I think it's limited both.
So
everything.
Did you expect the Kimmel's dying?
I'm upset.
She's genuinely mad, y'all. If y'all are watching, she's not pretending to be upset. She's actually mad. Like, this is how she really feels. I can feel the heat coming off her body.
I love that you guys know me so well.
Yes.
No, like this is like real life jazzing. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so hilarious.
So, going back to Cole, did you guys expect him to not show up like that? Did you think that he wouldn't come through for her? I mean, they had such a strong bond, so much so that, Jazzy thought it should, But he didn't come. He didn't show up, and then she finds him at the ferry, like backpack on.
I really thought he was gonna show up to that at least. I did not think he's gonna leave Harley hanging. Like, you guys came together for so long trying to bring Ramsay down. We got this close. Now, this final part to put the ice on the cake to put Ramsay to rest for good, and then you just bail out. So that already kind of turned me off. But then when she did find him at the ferry, I was like, oh, this is it. Like, this is when they're going to kiss. Let's make some action. Like, okay, finally. And even Harley herself was like, so this is a goodbye kiss? And he didn't even do any of that. And I'm like, I don't understand. So you're going to not only walk away, but you're not going to show any kind of affection, like you didn't fall in love with Harley? Come on now.
No. He asked if
he said, you can. He would wait for her if she wanted to go get Christina, and they all leave and flee.
Another ferry in an hour.
I need to see it in action.
He was giving her another life with him,
trying to.
Well, we don't know that. We're just assuming that he was like, just come along. We'll be safe. Whatever, we'll be fine. How about you just run away? I don't know if he's saying like with me per se. I think at the moment he's kind of like, just come with me, but. No, he just was trying to run from his fears and stuff. And it's like, you got this far. And I get it. He was scared, but he should have had faith and not lead Harley on, because as we see, Harley almost didn't make it, So.
Well, I just think that this was the part of the story that kind of should have, like, it was just This is why there should have been 2 hours. Hello. Because this part of the story just jumped too fast, and there's still questions I have. Like, not only where did he go, but can you break it down to me a little more why you didn't show up? Like, just because, like you said, you put your life on the line this whole entire time, and now all of a sudden you don't want to show up. Like, Cole, I got questions for you. And if that was the case, they should have just killed him off or something. Like,
no,
that would have been a little bit better than the way that they wrapped up their story. I just thought it was disappointing.
Same token here. First, that I didn't think he was going to show up, but after the yacht, when I thought maybe she pulled on his heart a little bit, and he was like, okay, I don't want to leave her hanging. So I was waiting for him to come through that door. He never came.
Right? He never
so
came.
I was like, okay, so I don't like how they wrote that out. And then secondly, 2 months later, which could have been 2 hours, but anyways, 2 months later, where did he go? What did he do? Now that we know that Ramsey is locked up, now can we get a reaction from him? Did he come back, and can he meet Harley in jail one of those days? Like, there's so much that didn't tie up that end for me that made me dissatisfied about how the series finale ended. Like, we needed more. And again,
closure,
what happened to Wallace? Is he still in the hospital? I wanted to know.
She's still in Wallace.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to put that in there.
I kind of disagree with both the. Well, not. I disagree with you guys because you're like, oh, he already did all these things, but remember, he's seen how powerful Ramsey is and what he's capable of. I think he went on to say like a laundry list of people he killed. He was like Parker, Bennett, like he just like rattling names off. Like he truly understood how much power Ramsey has and was deathly afraid of that. Like, it's like, yeah, I want to be brave, but in a sense, like, do you want to lose your life? Like, I do want to be brave, but do I really want to lose my life? And I mean, because he knows if he does this, the target's on his back. He's no longer working covertly. He's no longer helping the other side with feeding them information. He's all the way out there.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I get what you're saying. Like, we all know how powerful Ramsey was, but he knew that when he first started working with Harley. So he's been working with Harley for what? The past, 3-4 last episodes that we've seen. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, if you already know how powerful he is, why back out now? That's one. And two, do you really think that if he did testify against Ramsey and say, you know, Ramsey gets locked up as he did still, that whoever else was working with Ramsey probably would have came back and killed him? You think he still would have been a target if Ramsey went to jail?
No, but he would have still implicated himself the same way that Harley implicated herself when she gave her testimony. Yeah, she told what happened, and ultimately that led to Ramsey, along with the recording, led to Ramsey getting in trouble and finally being found out. But Cole would have had to face the same music too, and I don't think that that's really what he wanted to do. It was either like death or jail, and like those aren't really good options. Those are not options I would want to have to choose between.
And he still had that one girl who was his main hitter. Ramsey, still out in the streets.
Yeah,
that
she's
girl
still
somewhere.
alive.
So I'm pretty sure that she probably would have been revenge to come get
now,
Cole.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like maybe because Wise had a little bit of pulling strings with the cartel now, or he was on their favorable side, that he might have been able to help save Cole. But I think once I found out, or that missing chair, and Ramsey walks out on the commission, I was like, oh, hell, Cole's dead already.
Yes.
They found him.
Yeah, I know.
I thought he was dead.
There's no luck for Harley. She's not about to win this, because literally Ramsey is in everything. His hands, his presence,
and
his
he did
power,
that evil smile thing.
everything. Yeah, I was like, oh no, this not going to end well.
I felt like it would have been better if they would have summed that story up with him being dead, honestly, because then that way, like, we don't have any more questions about Cole. You wrap that.
That's true.
Really wrap that story up.
Yeah.
So I feel like they didn't. That would have been a better solution in this case. At least we would have got a death, something dramatic. Y'all know I want, not that I want a death, but something dramatic.
Yes, that's what I missed.
Yeah.
The whole episode.
Exactly. So something very dramatic, and I think that would have helped the dramaticness, and it would have helped to just sum up that story. And
y'all want a full-length feature film.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you don't think that Ramsey's death was dramatic?
No. Oh, can we get there now? No.
Let's go there right now.
Just because Wise strangled out? No, I needed to see the whole strangle moment. I needed to see his eyes get red. I needed to see the veins popping out the side of his head.
They
After
did.
Everything
his eyes
this
got all
man,
bugged out.
It wasn't long enough for me. No,
it was a whack way to kill him.
And I think I've been needing this all series. He needed to be tortured after everything he's put this team through, after everybody he's killed and has been connected to him. No, it was just too easy. It was easy way out, and Wise just strangles him. That was the easy way out for me. I needed more action. I needed more drama. I needed more suspense. I needed more torture, and it just didn't happen. So I was dissatisfied.
Say no to Ramsey. I agree. I say no to Ramsey. It wasn't big enough kill because we didn't like him as viewers anyway. So you automatically want him gone anyway. So his death doesn't really affect you as much as you now on Cole's side because he's helping Harley. If he was to die, we're all sympathetic. That's a heartstring. Like you didn't pull no heartstrings with Ramsey. Like I wish they would have gave even more and gave me a feature film and put him in lockup and had the people who knew who he was in lockup to kill him at some point in time. But
that's what I thought was going to happen with him going to jail.
Exactly. I know that.
Me too. I thought the same thing. I thought he was going to get killed in jail, but that wasn't surprising. But I didn't think it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be Waz at all. I thought someone else like run the criminals inside of the
I thought he was going to be a cartel.
Yeah,
right.
But
for sure.
It's typical Waz though. He likes to have his revenge. Like I want my revenge. So however I get my revenge, I want my revenge. Like yes, you're in jail. Yes, I got you, but you did all this stuff. You stressed me out. You had a whole manhunt for me. Like you used your position. I tried to work with you.
Right.
And you just wanted to try to step on me like a little ant or like a peon. So now I'm going to wrap my hands around your throat and I'm going to strangle you. I wasn't mad at it. I kind of wish it was a little more gory though.
That's the right word. A little more gory.
With it being Waz, I feel like it was so cheesy. I just felt like it was cheesy. And I do agree with that. Like, it needed to be a little more gory. Like, I needed to see a little more. But still, like, we all wanted Ramsey gone. So that wasn't like a big...
Yeah. I get it. I mean, it's better... Or is it better? Let me say it first and then judge me. It's better...
Go ahead,
strangling someone with your hands, or it's harder strangling someone with your hands. It's a lot. You got to be really demonic to do that, rather than with the rope, or rather than some other.
Oh God!
That's why I said let me say what I'm gonna say. Judge me because I'm getting all eyes. Listen, hold on. So
Taquaila's telling us something about herself, y'all. We learning new things about Taquaila.
I'm not saying that part was cheesy. It just wasn't a great word, gory enough for me because I couldn't. It takes power, it takes strength, it takes some type of demon in you to really strangle someone to death with your hands. Thank you.
Oh my God.
I was like, is someone gurgling like that?
What was going on?
I needed that. It added to my suspense. Thank you. And that's why I say, so I don't think it was cheesy in that aspect because it could have been done by a rope or some other aspect while he was in jail, a belt, a string, or something.
Well, no, I mean cheesy by Waz doing it. Like out of all people, Waz doing it. You know,
I mean, but that goes back to him having to have his last say. He is the team leader, so like when he exacts revenge, he is the one that wants to do it, whatever that may be. He's the one that wants to end it.
It should have been him watching or something, and like. Even if they wanted that moment, I should really be a writer. Y'all need to get me in the writer's room. Even if it was at that moment, it should have been like Tess who did it or Tufo that did
Cole
it.
Cole would have been better.
Cole would have been perfect.
That was it. That was it.
Something, and then Waz watched.
Damn, that's really Taquaila.
Yeah, that was a good one. She got it there.
Hold up, but I made up the story.
But that's why it's a writer's room.
So we see like in this episode that Waz really works it out. Like I was like, I don't know how he's gonna get out of this one. I really was like, I really don't know. Like everyone's looking for you. It's a manhunt. And he is the most obvious person in a manhunt. Lord, it is daylight. Why do I only see you in the daylight? Why do you come to the room at night? Like I'm so confused. Like even Cole was like, he's wanted and he showed up here and like there's already like a target on his back and on Harley's back. But were you surprised that Waz like figured it all out? Because he was the one who made the connection, made the call to the New York arm of the cartel, and was like, I'm the one who got him back for you guys. Ramsey's the one who lost him because everyone blames the babysitter.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't surprised though because Waz is clever. I mean, Ramsey's smarter. I mean, I don't know if he's smarter, but like he has more people like on his side. But Waz to me is very clever when he makes his moves, and like he's very determined and very passionate. Like he's not gonna make a sudden move if he knows it will fail. So for him to get himself out of that, it was nowhere near shocking to me because I'm like, that's like typical Waz. Like he's gonna find a way. Like if there's a will, there's a way. He's gonna find it.
Right. And in this season, I felt like the writing was good on this part. and that's why they kept bringing back his daughter Anna. Like, he's a father, and a father and parents know everything about their kids, even when kids know, like, oh, you don't know, I don't want to tell you, I'm pushing you away because I want to deal with it on my own. Like, parents are still going to know everything. They're still going to try to make the plan just in case you fall. They're still going to try to do all of that, and that was very much what I feel like they put Waz on this season, was a very father much figure to his team. Like, all of these were his kids. Even we see that at the end with Christina, you get a second chance. I had my second chance. So I just feel like I'm not surprised that anything that really happened, like the plans he had for them or any backup he had or any thoughts he already had going on.
I was a little, were you shocked, Taquaila? Like,
I was, because I was shocked when he actually sent the audio recording to Harley. And he let her have it her way.
Yeah, that was shocking.
For him as his character, I think that was really something hard for him to do, but and selfless at the same time. Again, back to if it was 2 hours, he would have kept the audio recording.
There we go. There go writing.
He would have been also able to keep Harley out of jail, but Harley wasn't pressed. She didn't have time for that. She wanted to own up to her own wrongs and or rights. So I feel like
that was so annoying. Was that annoying to
me?
You?
It was.
Like,
yeah.
I felt like she was being super annoying, and I just wanted the actual show to go off then, because I just really was annoyed by how she just wanted it her way so much. I'm like, yes, I get that you want to tell the truth and you want to let all this off your shoulders. I get it. Okay. But can we find a better way to do that without you sacrificing your life? Because you got a daughter. All this time you've been talking about your daughter. You've been teaching her how to shoot the gun and everything. And now all of a sudden you want to go to jail.
Monique, you upset too.
I am, because it was so like...
And it needed something else.
Yeah, it just needed more, and she was just being annoying trying to do it her way. So I was like you, I was shocked by her, basically.
Her wanting to go to jail, basically. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
We got so passionate.
Y'all just totally turned up. That's okay to be turned up, because that's what we like to do here at AfterBuzz, right, Jazzy? So where can they find our turned upness at?
Yes, AfterBuzzers. So our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality, sci-fi, and there's no other network that works harder than television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you and will help AfterBuzz continue to grow. So if you're worried about pesky notifications, do not worry, because they're optional. So hit the subscribe button right now for this channel and check out all our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so we can shout you out on air right now in the live chat. Also, for now, thanks for being the best fans ever and for making us an ESPN TV Talk.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Thank you.
right
Yes.
now.
Right now.
Yes. Y'all ain't doing nothing else but watching us anyway.
Okay.
So we talked about, and I like that Mo pointed this out too, about Waz taking in Christina. And I thought it was a really beautiful moment when she walked into his daughter's bedroom and his wife is like, you know, we didn't change anything, but it's your room now if you want to change anything. And her response was that it was perfect. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that was just such a sentiment. Like, because now he kind of has a second chance at a father-daughter relationship with Christina, even though that's not the way that he would have wanted the situation to go, because, you know, she's there because Harley,
of course,
was determined to tell the truth. And Harley's letter to Christina too, I really feel like it was a great way to wrap the show up. I know I wanted it longer, but I thought it was a great way to wrap the show up, because it just was the end of her constant battle between being bad and always doing bad and wanting to be a better person. Did you see that letter as that, or just like a goodbye, or?
I
look at sorry. That's why I was looking at you.
Let me go first, because I know Taquaila's going to give all of it right now. But I did think of it like that. It wasn't a necessarily goodbye, but you can just tell Harley needs like mental cleansing as well, emotional, physical, all that stuff. So I think that letter just really was good, like comforting. I did get teary-eyed, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm sensitive. So when she was reading the letter, I was like, you know, it came down a little bit. But just because I still don't agree with Harley's decision to go to jail in the first place. I mean, no one forced her to go there. She wasn't, you know, getting arrested. But anyway, it's a different story. But I am really happy with the whole decision itself about Christina being there. And you can also see how Waz's daughter comes back again, like, you know, like her presence, her spirit's there, and she kind of gives her approval too by kissing him on the cheek, like, here you go, like, don't fail again, you know. So I love that part. That was a very intimate part for me.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Taquaila.
What you got?
Okay, so I'm going to piggyback off of Jasmin first because I really love that part where his dead daughter came and did kiss him. I felt like that was his transitional point. Like, you get to do this again. Yeah. You're going to do much better now because you've learned, and this is your third time's the charm, because he failed with his daughter, Anna, kind of failed with Harley because now she's getting locked up. And side note, they could have worked the hell out of that PTSD if she would against her not going to jail. They could have worked that angle out so good if she wouldn't have to go to jail.
A nice facility.
She could have been. She really could have been. And her shield and her badge may not have even been taken away at the end of the day for that part. But back to the letter, and I did like that now he's getting his third chance, so I know what he needs to do, and I feel like it might have even been a little bit more comfort for his wife, and that could maybe build up their relationship in La La Land or wherever the show's going. But I do like in the letter that she did say the point where keep the monsters at bay, both the real ones and the ones that haunt our minds, because the ones you can't see are the hardest to escape. And I thought that was the realest thing in that letter, because that's real life. It's just general, not just the TV show and what they're going through, but just really in general. After that, I was just like, wah.
Right.
I was like, this letter's pointless. Like, after those 2 minutes, I was like, okay, get over with it. Get over. What's next?
Right. Well, I thought the letter was going to be like a narration of, you know, something else to happen. Like, I thought there might be some like flashes of what's going on, maybe no dialogue where we would have seen people. So I thought that's what was happening. As she kept reading the letter, I was like, are we still looking at Christina?
Yes.
Like, I know. She's in a room with a suitcase. Like, I know what she looks like, and I know what rooms and suitcases look like. Can we maybe get some clips of, you already know.
I knew it was coming. What's Loman doing?
Some clips of, you know, in my world, Loman is single, and I'm gonna go to visit New York City, and Loman gonna be there. I don't know.
I did think that Loman was gonna have a love interest at the end of the show too. I just wanted to see some action.
Loman does not have his interest.
I just wanted to see some action.
You really did.
You did.
I did.
You really did.
I did.
I don't know. I thought it was good. I agree with you. I thought it was good that, you know, we got to see Waz's daughter kiss him on the cheek, like you get a third chance, and that was good. But the rest of it, that should have been cut on the editing floor.
And back up too to the letter, I didn't even think it was going to be a letter from Harley. I thought they may have already said their goodbyes that we didn't see. In the 2 months between the trial and her getting locked up or whatever. But I thought it was, I don't know. I thought maybe Saul left her dad's tooth, and that's how she found it. And I'm like, because, you know, again, my mind is still, even though I know it's the series finale, but I'm just thinking
next season
ahead.
like
just in case y'all never land in the clouds or whatever. So yeah, that's what I thought. I really didn't expect it to be a letter from Harley, and I think that was part of my downfall, or just a downcline of my emotions while watching it, because then it was from Harley, and then it was just long drawn out letter about
why
I feel like nothing, because now you're not even here to help me with the rest of my adolescence. I'm going to however long she's going to be locked up. So I'm like,
you did all of that to basically go get locked up. Like,
exactly.
And
like,
I
why?
think even from Christina's eyes, like she said, she's proud of her mother. Like, you saved her life when Cole was there. So I don't even think Christina sees Harley in a bad light.
She doesn't.
Other than when she tries to keep things from her. But I don't think it was all necessary. I guess it's just all in Harley's head.
You know what is necessary, though? If you are listening to us on iTunes, go ahead and give us 5 stars. 4 is just not enough. Remember, you can listen to us on iTunes and also watch us on our YouTube channels too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Really quickly, did you think, I did not believe that Harley was going to go to jail. I just never really saw her like in that orange suit. I was like, no, somehow she'll escape. Just because you've always seen her narrowly escape out of so many situations. I was like, nah, she's not going to go for that. More not even her, but Waz is not going to go for that. Do you think that Harley testifying, putting herself out there, implicating herself, and knowing that she was going to lose her badge and lose her and probably go to jail? What did she say? Penance has a cost, right? Mm-hmm. Did you think that she would sacrifice herself like that?
I have a question for you guys real quick. So
wait, I just asked the question.
I know that didn't make any sense. But I mean, explain to me. So was she sent to jail?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I just thought it wasn't optional. I thought that the fact that she had pleaded her case and like, owned up to all her truths and everything, that they were like, well, that it was more so her doing that she wanted to go. Like, she wanted to cleanse it. Because to me, I didn't get the vibe that they forced her, like, okay, not only take one for your badge, you have to go to jail. Like, I knew she was going to lose her badge, but I didn't think they're going to, like, make her do time.
Are you saying you missed something in this
Yeah.
finale that they didn't get to add in and it could have been extended a little bit?
Maybe because there was all those character statements. He said, I went to your desk and there was a bunch of character statements from every single person. It's basically their way of apologizing. I was like, okay, well then in my head that meant she would have a lighter sentence.
That's not. Well, I just thought that meant that people respected her more and that she wasn't going to jail. I didn't get no vibe that she was going to jail. I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't
I
get
totally
that vibe.
understand what you're saying, but I think she might have had like an option. I don't know. We sitting here trying to figure it out. I think she might have had an option to deal with the PTSD, and that's what Waz had a plan for, than her to like actually go to jail. But that's another part they didn't clear up. Like, why is she going to jail? Like, I just don't understand.
Like, is she punishing herself?
It wasn't thorough.
It
I don't like
wasn't
it
at
in
all.
TV shows when they want to skip 2 months later, because I need the fill in of those 2 months. Condense it down to 30 seconds, 60 or 30 seconds or 60 seconds, however you have
like
to do
a montage
it. But
or something. Let us know what happened.
Just a fast forward, a little bit of information, and then jump to the 2 months. But then again, it's TV. We only had an hour. So I'm agreeing with you on that one too, because it didn't feel like it. And I think she's in jail because she did admit to ended up killing that civilian or the guy who wasn't really
the longshoreman.
Yeah, and back to that as well. The audio tape still to me wasn't even enough evidence to really convict Ramsey. I think they did some more digging. I would have loved to see that. Like, how did that happen? We just jumped to Ramsey.
We're left to assume a lot of things.
Yes, I was so annoyed with that. Ramsey has been a big part of this season and of this storyline, and then after the commission hearing, we just hear CY's tell him that he's locked up and his assets are frozen. Why we didn't get to see any of that? I'm totally disappointed about that. We needed that.
Like, to see the downfall of him.
To see the downfall, to see what they investigated, what they researched, what else they found. Maybe somebody told on him and did come back, shoot Cole, because he's just off floating the sea and whatever.
Right.
But like, I needed that.
It was super rushed at the end. It was definitely super rushed at the end, and I really felt like of course I was disappointed with the ending, but I just feel like now Harley took it upon herself to torture herself. She felt guilt, so she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to jail."
Yeah,
like, you had it, girl. You had an option. All of us out in reality would have took those other options. Then to say, "I'm gonna put myself where I put all these other people." Like, what? No,
but see,
you're crazy. Especially when all of this time, all of these seasons, you've done everything for Christina. You've risked your life for Christina. You've killed people for Christina. You've done all of this stuff for Christina. And now all of a sudden you just want to be like, oh, I'm going to go to jail. Like, no, ma'am. I do feel like they should have wrapped it. They should have gave us some more depth, like what happened within those 2 months of why they ended up where they ended up. And I just felt like that was her guilting herself. Like, oh, I feel guilty. So the way I can torture myself is to go to jail.
And that's another reason why I kind of felt as if it was up upon her request, because when she went to see Roz and talked to her about Christina, she had said, oh, I have requested a plea, or what did she, I don't know what she said. I requested something. That's why I thought it was her choice to go to jail. Like, she wanted to pay the time.
She knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing, and it's definitely like she's torturing herself.
Yeah, I don't think that was going to make anything better, because clearly your head was already just like out of a whirlwind, because everything was going on, like from Nava's death to then Stahl and then to like now Ramsey. So of course now you're already out of mind. So now that you finally have peace, like and of course Nava unfortunately coming back alive. However, Christina is safe, Stahl is dead, Ramsey's locked up. So now you should be going home and going to sleep. Like, you should be sleeping for the next like 3, 4, 5 days.
On that finale.
Yeah.
There we go. I just want to get that in there.
Period. So, but for her to go to jail and because then now you're going to go to jail, you're going to be thinking about everything. So you're still swamped into your feelings, swamped to your emotions. You should be out with your daughter and having the best time of your life.
Or maybe she felt like she had to do that in order for her to like be kind of reborn, to be a better person. Like, I did these things wrong. I have to pay the price for them. I'm going to go to jail because that's what you do when you murder somebody, or what should happen when you murder somebody. And then I'm going to be released, and upon that, then I can start a new life. And maybe not having the badge is a relief for her, because since she's had the badge and working in the 64th precinct, she's just been a crooked cop. So how she wouldn't even probably know another way to be.
She did say all of that, so that's true.
That's okay. I feel on her. I feel on her in that. Like I said, I thought the badge would be taken away from her, or at least she would give it up, one or the other. I just didn't think she would go to jail, because when she went in that cell, I was like, you're not going to get better. Like, I literally thought that. I know that's mean to say, but I just got that feeling because like I said, like,
Are you saying that United States prison system doesn't actually rehabilitate the people that go in it?
I'm saying.
That's what we're saying.
I'm sorry, Harlee Santos.
That was sarcasm.
Harlee Santos is not gonna. I didn't feel as if she's gonna be the best her or reborn after coming out of there.
Right.
Only because now she has to deal with more like stress and more trauma that has to come along with being locked up. So on top of you already being stressed enough, like your mind is like having no kind of break in between. So when you come out, you're gonna be even more confused, and they're gonna try to save like the jail system. It's gonna be just so much on her mind. She's not gonna be able to act right. Christina's gonna be grown up. She's gonna miss all her prom. I mean, I'm just like, no.
Jazzy is stressed.
I was just like, I don't understand.
Why you would volunteer to go to jail?
She volunteered, you guys. She did. They not
she did.
I'm telling you that
she did, because she immediately went to Wild and said, I took a plea, and he was like, why would you do that? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You could play this PTSD, or I had a plan. Like, that's why I felt like the beginning should have been rushed, and the ending should have been like spread out. They should have did the beginning in like the first 30 seconds and then expanded out, because I kind of feel like even when she went to jail, like maybe they should have did all that in the middle, and then towards the end,
3 months later she gets out.
And show what
that would have been good.
Yeah, the outcome would have been after she got out. Did she really reform herself? Like, jail does not reform you. So this was a guilt trip. She basically felt guilty, and she felt like if she wanted to punish herself, the best way was to go to jail. And she should have just went to the recovery or got some therapy. What do
you think, Taquaila?
I'm in line with both of the ladies. I feel like, especially whoever just said it, that last end, maybe the 2 months later, we would have seen her getting out because she didn't have that long of a deal, or sentence, and then reuniting with Walls and Christina. I would have loved that ending better than just seeing her in jail. Mm-hmm. But I think, I think we've said it enough that it just was drawn out and it wasn't the happy ending. I think that whole letter to Christina and then going away. So again, when the credits started rolling, I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then I got your text. He was like, oh, I can't wait. I was like, girl, I'm about to go off with the text message. But I was like, I save it. So I just think it just wasn't, again, satisfying for me as a viewer to end it on that note.
So what are they saying in the live chat, Jazzy?
Stephanie B agrees. She said that the ending was just rushed. And excuse me if I mess up your name, Virginia Alberto. She said that I'm so sad the show is over forever. They left us with a cliffhanger, and I agree. And she said that we won't get to see the aftermath. So I mean, 100%.
Y'all shady in this live chat.
Right. And one thing too that I want to point out that I want to make clear up. I'm not saying you can't get healed after going to jail, because you can. A lot of people do get out of jail and they get refreshed, they get renewed. I'm not saying that, so please don't take my words out of context. But I'm just saying, as for Harlee Santos, for her to already be stressed out, be under trauma, to be feeling all the feelings she's feeling, to me that wasn't the best choice to go into jail and to get into more of that stuff, because then she's going to start connecting to all the other inmates in there and feel their feelings too. And I feel like when you're already low, you don't need something else lower to bring you down. You need to be in the opposite.
But we don't know, because 2 whole months went by, so we're not sure of her mindset when she went in. I can't imagine she's healed up in 8 weeks, like emotionally, but we don't know her mindset going in. But I don't know.
Well, we also don't know where Cole is either, so.
So you so mad at Cole?
A lot of unanswered questions.
She should have been a guard that walked in her cell and ravished her.
Y'all
now
hilarious.
That would have been an ending. Okay, that would have been an ending.
Y'all trying to make it like a novella. Y'all need to get in the writer's room.
We just wanted to see.
No, we need to get in the writer's room
for sure. So you guys, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's, sorry. I'm mad it's over because I keep thinking that we have like next week, and then in my head I'm like, oh wait, no, that's not happening. But let's just talk about Did You Know? Let's get into our special segment.
Did you know?
So if you are first time watching us, where you been at? And if not, then you already know that Did You Know are silly laws that are actually laws that make no damn sense.
Right. Well, these two today, since it's our series finale, I wanted to be a little serious. So these two, well, one of them is funny, but the other one makes sense. So, did you know that in Maine, it is illegal to keep Christmas decorations up until after January 14th?
Yes.
That should be a law everywhere.
Praise the Lord, because I agree with that.
I knew that. It should be a law everywhere. You're right. But I didn't know that.
It should be a law everywhere.
And you shouldn't be able to put them up until after Thanksgiving.
Yes. No, I agree with you on that.
After Thanksgiving, especially in Los Angeles. What are y'all doing? I'm
know.
sorry, but
Ain't no snow. Ain't no. Stop.
No nothing. No nothing. But yeah. So in Michigan, it is illegal for a woman to cut their own hair without a husband's permission.
I don't like that.
Hell no. So then
One more time for the choir.
I don't like that.
Hell no.
That's
Right.
also old school and tradition. I don't like that at
It's
all.
still a law in Michigan.
I wonder, like, when they made that law, like 18 what?
yes,
Right.
Was Michigan a state in 18
01.
anything?
No.
1919 they made this law that you can, that's ridiculous.
That is.
Right. You can't cut your own hair. I cut my own hair all the time. So if my husband came trying to tell me I'm going to jail for cutting my hair,
do it.
I'm gonna need to go to jail for something different.
I'm gonna need a divorce
Question. Is it that you can't like cut your own hair, or you can't go get your
can't
hair
go get your
cut
hair
without
cut, right?
any permission?
You can't cut your own hair. I'm thinking it's saying you can't cut your own hair.
Like,
you
you make a
can't take your
decision.
own scissors and cut your hair.
I thought it was a
I think
decision.
it's saying that your decision. Like, if you want to go cut your hair yourself, that your husband has to give you approval. I don't think it's you physically, either or physically or someone else doing it yourself. I think
Either or. Like, a man shouldn't have no say in if I cut my hair or not.
Or you shouldn't have a say if he you shouldn't have a say if he cuts his hair or not either. As long as you don't shave your eyebrows off or anything crazy, like, I don't really care. Like, it's your hair, like.
Yeah, well, it's still a law in Michigan, so make sure you ladies ask your husband.
I think if that was law here in California, I think it would be a riot or a petition or a march. I could just, because you know how us Californian people be acting. I really think that
Very liberal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they would. Ladies
think
would
in
have
their
been
mind.
marching for sure.
People probably don't even know that that's an actual law. It's probably a whole bunch of husbands like, if his husband right, like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't know that.
Stephanie B said she heard that law before in the live chat, and she said that law got to go.
Oh wow,
Gotta go.
I'm with it, Stephanie. It do have to.
yeah,
it has
it sure
to go.
does.
So we have a little bit of time left, and this is a question I wanted to ask you guys because we can't do predictions because it's kind of over for that.
Yeah.
But in a very short wrap up, maybe what would have been short wrap up. What would have been your ideal ending to Shades series?
We're gonna leave
Taquaila, you might as well go first because
You
baby,
can
we
let
know
me
you're
go
gonna keep
first,
it short.
yeah.
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. We need to do some gossip.
Oh, we can.
I almost
We can
forgot.
flip it. We can start there and then come
then
back.
go to
We would never get back if we go there
Let's
first.
end with news and gossip. It's quick, so we'll end with that.
All right, so Taquaila then.
So my
Because we know we still got something left.
let me condense it down because I'm still looking for like season 4, and that's just I'm gonna get over it one day tomorrow. But so again, I think it would have been able to. I would have liked to drawn out Ramsey's. How he got arrested, what they ended up charging him for, and that whole scene. We could have definitely condensed the 2 months into Harley going to jail and excuse me, and that letter as well. I would have maybe even liked to see, like somebody said, if we come back and it's like 2 months later and we just see an ending, Christina's more grown up, maybe she's in college or whatever, and Wise and Harley and they reunite, and maybe even the whole team actually. And I think I needed an ending to Cole, and I'm still going back to just different things. Again, what happened to Wallace? Yeah, like did he die? Did he end up dying? Is he okay? Is he got a new job somewhere? Like twofold. Like let us know what's going on with your brother. And then I wanted more suspense and more drama, and a little bit more goriness, especially because Ramsey did die. That didn't happen. So those would have been the things I would have liked to see.
Yes, if I would have had my glorious ending, it would have Cole would have died. He would have died. Well, I'm saying, when Ramsey was all like, "Well, we got this all under control," wink, wink. Like I thought he was dead. Wink, wink. He did a little eyebrow thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I think Cole is dead.
I was convinced.
So Cole should have been like snipped. I feel like if she still had to like have her test, honestly, I really feel like I would have wanted Harley to go with Waz's his plan and how they were going to unfold on Ramsey, because I think it would have been more grand. And there would have been more killings or something, more dramaticness. I know everybody's like, damn, she loves death, but it's not really that. It just makes it more dramatic. And then if, you know, if Harley was still locked up, I wish we would have fast forwarded through like everybody's life, like a quick, you know how they be like, shoof, and they show people and when she come out. So like 3 years later for everybody. Okay. And so, yeah, that's what I would want.
I'm not trying to make it as short as possible, but this, well, yeah,
she finna get heated because Jazzy's hands went up, y'all. So that's when
he doesn't give me a minute.
If I had my way, I think that at the last minute when Harley had asked for Waz to give the attachment, Cole would have walked in the building. He would have gave his testimony. They would have walked away free, badges and all. They give it up. They would start a new life together. I also think that that letter they showed to Christina could have still have been said in the actual ending, but it would have been like kind of like an ending narrator, but in Harley's voice, just like, you know, you go through life and this is not like a kind of a testimony. And then as the testimony is rolling, we'll see the specs of where Tess is doing. You know, Tess walking out her house, she's home in her house, like she's saved. You know, Tufo is next to Wallace, that is in the hospital. Loman is like doing his thing, like we now seeing where everyone has a piece at. And then with Ramsey, he wouldn't die like that. It would have it my way. He would walk into a cell, and so all these inmates would come in after him, and then the guard would walk away, and then let them have it with Ramsey. That's would have been my ending.
Well, you kind of stole my ending.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, if they would have used the letter to narrate like a montage, like I just kind of like things to be wrapped up. Maybe that's just like my personality. I just kind of wanted to say, like, okay, what's the end? Like on the other side of this, on the other side of her going to jail, on the other side of Christina moving in with Waz and his wife who haven't had teenage kids in a very long time. Like on the other side of all these situations and in these story arcs, what happens? And maybe that would be like a happy ending. You know, that would be nice to see. Like she gets out, Christina is graduated and she's going to college, and you know, Loman is single, but he's very happy for now. And we did see that Tufo got his detective badge back, so that was great. But you know, I just want to see them whole again, like how we met them, super strong, super connected. I mean, obviously at this point, Harley wouldn't be a police officer, but still that that family bond. Yeah, so that's what I would have liked to see.
I would love to see Tess walk out of her house and just be like appreciative, like on her knees, just like praising God or something like that.
Or like I don't know, I like Tess is like an atheist. She's or something.
Not. Yeah. Well, I meant like just that gratefulness. Like you walk out, you look up, and you're like, dang, or like the real estate taking off the sign off of the grass, like something where she's like a relief of like gratefulness.
For sure. So let's just hop into our news and gossip.
Yes. Last thing and quick. You know, usually if you've been following us this series, I do news and gossip, and it's usually about our characters and our beloved show, Shades of Blue. However, today is the series finale. There's no more Shades of Blue, but there's always Felicia, there's always Jasmin, there's always Mo, and there's always Taquaila. So you can follow Felicia at Married at First Sight if you want to continue to chat and hang out with her on Tuesdays at 7, and also on Hit the Floor Tuesdays at 10. You can follow Jasmin at I Am Jazzy. That's IMJAZZIE, and she'll let you know when her future projects come up, and you can still hang out and chat with her. And for Mo, you can do the same thing. Follow her at Miss Mo Lovelace. That's MSMOLOVELESS. If I had a rapping in there. Follow her at Miss Mo Lovelace, and you can follow her future projects as well. And then again, I am Taquaila, and you can follow me on Braxton Family Values on Thursdays at 10.
I love that show.
I do too.
See? I'm glad I actually was able to come back though. Yeah. So I love that show. Just a new thing, and where you can continue to follow us and chat with us and see what new shows and insights and perspectives. And hopefully you enjoyed following us this season. We enjoyed having you all chit chat with us. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. So this is really sad, but this is a really great panel, and I really appreciate everybody on here. It was like really sweet. I don't want to hold your hand.
She's sensitive.
All right. So we want to thank you guys so much for watching Jazzy having a moment. It's okay. I love you too. Thanks so much for watching. As always, I'm Felicia Michelle. You can find me on Instagram at It's Felicia Michelle, and like Taquaila said, on Married at First Sight, and I'll hit the floor here tomorrow. And I'll be doing the VMA special wrap up. That's going to be at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Please do not miss it.
I won't. I'm Jazzy on all social media platforms. That's IMJAZZIE.
And I'm Monique Loveless, and you can follow me on all platforms at Miss Mo Loveless. That's MS Mo Loveless. Y'all get the rest. And also make sure you check out all your fashion tips and tricks at MoniqueLoveless.com. And we have one last episode of Ms. and Mrs. on Wednesday at 7 p.m. So make sure you check that out.
And again, I am Taquaila. Thanks for tuning in for this series. Follow me to Braxton Family Values Thursdays at 10.
Bye.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for tuning in.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.